I was devastated that we needed the food bank. Frustrated. We needed to ask for help. I had a little girl here to take care of, and I needed to think of her needs first. But it was humiliating. What's somebody going to think? Is somebody I know going to see me? I hope nobody notices. Going up, my first reaction is I want to hide. I don't want to run into anybody that might recognize me. That's when I first started. And so I think that's probably the way a lot of people feel. People trying to support their families. And they don't want other families that they may be acquainted with to know. The society doesn't accept poverty very well. We want to hide it and pretend it's not there. But we're everyday people, and sometimes things happen.
Well, the Missoula Food Bank is a private, nonprofit organization dedicated to helping prevent hunger in this community. What we do, essentially, is to provide food to anybody who's out of money and food. And all they have to do is come in here between 10 and 1, Monday through Friday, fill out an application, and we'll help them with food. We try and provide about a 3-day supply of food. It turns out that by far most of the people who need our help are local families. It's generally young parents with children. As a matter of fact, 45% of all of our clients are under 18 years of age. And it also happens that most of the people who use our help do so no more than 3 times during the year. We know that 51% of everybody we assisted last year came in just once for our help. So the problem of hunger, the problem of poverty is deep and it's widespread in this community and in fact around the country. We think, and we're fortunate that many people in this community think that there's no reason why anyone, especially a child, should be at risk of hunger in this community. So the food bank is one of the responses that this community has brought forward to help prevent hunger.
You're not working at this time?
No, I'm not. I'm unemployed at the present.
How long have you been unemployed, may I ask?
2 months.
2 months. What kind of work do? You have a profession?
Medical assistant and EKG tech.
And there's no positions here in Missoula for that right now?
Not right now.
Well, I started volunteering here just a year ago as a result of getting a newspaper, paper bag in the newspaper, and they were asking for volunteers, so I had some experience in Florida working in a food bank. So I came in, and I'm really impressed with the way in which they disperse the food. They use the shopping carts, the clients do, and they can shop for themselves. Everything is marked on the shelf as to what they were eligible for. And to me, it preserves some dignity for themselves to be able to do it themselves. And fortunately, we have the space to be able to do that.
Fills out the little slip here about if it's a family, how many people in the family, and how many are children, or they check if it's a couple or a single person, and they get a shopping cart or maybe a basket, and they just go into the food bank here. I'll show you a little bit of how that works.
Air Force, and we ended up having a really hard time finding work, and it didn't take too long for our savings to dwindle. And before we knew it, we needed assistance. We needed the food bank, and we needed other assistance, and we had a hard time getting it. And then John found a job, but it was still pretty close to minimum wage, and it wasn't supporting us well at all. We're struggling, and we still need the food bank. Hopefully, though, now that I'm graduating, we'll be up and on our feet and ready to go.
Some just absolutely tug at your heartstrings. You worry about the children, of course. And I find particularly poignant those people who just feel so terrible about being here. They never thought that they would find themselves at the food bank, and now hard luck has caught up with them, and they're out of work, and they just hardly know which way to turn.
We are struggling to maintain enough food on our shelves. So far we've been successful in that effort, but again, we rely almost exclusively on local donations for help, for money, for food, for volunteer support. So without all that, without all those kinds of assistance from the community, we wouldn't be able to do what we do. And I think it's real important for the community to understand that this is their food bank, and it's through the community that we're able to prevent hunger here. And we would just like to, for people to know that how much we appreciate that help and how much we continue to rely on it.
One of the things that touches me is that we have people that come in here on the other side, not the client side, the people that we're serving, but the people that come in here to donate their time. That touches me a lot. Folks that come in here and give of themselves like that. We have people of all ages. We have someone who's 92 that's been here for like 9 years, and he comes 3 days a week and bags food. We have other retired people. We have young kids that just have an interest that come during summers or holidays and stock shelves and work here. And I guess what touches me is the variety of people that we have that come here to offer us their time. The ages are all, and everybody working together. It's really nice to see that kind of cohesiveness in this community, that an 8-year-old can come in and work with a 92-year-old. A 16-year-old, can work with somebody who's 34, and it's just that's something that really touches me. Or to sit at my desk and have somebody come in the afternoon with a big bag of food, or that just wants to write out a check. That touches me too, and I feel as though we offer people much more than just food here. We give them dignity, and it's much more than just giving people a loaf of bread. It's a dignity issue, I guess. Nobody should go hungry.
The reality is, in this community, housing is unaffordable to literally thousands of individuals, hundreds and hundreds of families. The reality is that children are most at risk of hunger in this community. The reality is the food bank and several other organizations in town are what's keeping people from going hungry. The reality is that we wouldn't be able to provide the support we provide without the generous support of people in this community, either volunteering to help here, sending money, giving us food. I mean, those are some of the basic realities that we live with day to day.
It's really remarkable to me and overwhelming and compelling at the same time how much of the profound and the sacred happen in the mundane. The day-to-day mundane of bagging food, feeding people, giving them loaves of bread, bags of beans, and offering them a recipe, that just seems mundane and day-to-day compared to everything else that's happening in the world, but how it's It's really very, very, it's a real profound thing to feed somebody. It's a beautiful thing, really.